Hello learners, welcome to the series of multiple choice questions based on number conversion, logic gates and Boolean algebra. So let us see the questions one by one. The first question is 1010.011 with a base 2 is equivalent to, as you can see in all the options the base is 10 and in the question the base is 2. So therefore you are being asked to convert a binary sequence into a decimal number system. So let us first of all see the method for the conversion of binary to decimal. The question given to you is this. So for the part that is before the decimal, we will apply a different method, and for the part that is after the decimal, we will apply a different method. So for the part before the decimal, we will move from right to left. And while moving from right to left, we will take each digit and multiply it with the power of 2, and that power will be positive. So just see the method. So these are the positive powers of 2 and it kept on increasing. So on solving this part, you will get 10. For the part that is after the decimal, we will follow the direction left to right, and while moving from left to right, I'll again multiply each digit by a power of 2, but this time the power will be in negative. Just see the method, how the power is getting incremented. On solving this part through your calculators, you will get 0.375. So when you will combine both these things, you will get the answer 10.375. So the correct answer is 10.375, that is option B. Next question is 651.124 in the octal number system because the base is 8. And you are asked to convert it into hexadecimal because all the options are having base of 16. So first of all, for octal to hexadecimal or from hexadecimal to octal conversion, we follow this method in 2 steps. First of all, we convert the given sequence into binary and then binary to the sequence which has been asked. So first of all, I will convert this octal number system into binary. For octal number system, I use the code 421, that is a group of 3, okay, and I'll represent each digit through this code. That means if I want to represent 6 through this code, I will put 1 below 4 and 2 because 4 plus 2 will give you 6 and 0 below 1. If I want to represent 5, I will put 1 below 4 and 1 and 0 below 2 because 4 plus 1 will give you 5. So let's represent all these digits in the same manner. 1 will be represented as 001, 1 will be again represented as 001, 2 will be represented as 010 and 4 will be represented as 100. So the whole sequence on combining becomes this. Now we have got the binary sequence. Let's convert it into hexadecimal now. For hexadecimal, I'll use the code 8421 and this time I will make a group of 4 as I represented each digit of octal in a group of 3, but for the hexadecimal case, this group has to be made of 4. For the part that is before the decimal, I'll move from left to right and make a group of 4. In the third group, I am falling short of 3 zeros, so I'll put 3 zeros. So this becomes, if I put this code 1001 in below the 8421 code, I am getting 1 below 8 and 1. So this is 9. 8 plus 1 will give you 9. Second group is 1010 which will give you 10, and in hexadecimal 10 is A. 0001 will give you 1, so it is 1A9. By looking to this, you can directly tick the option A, but let us solve the second part also. So for the part that is after the decimal, we will move from left to right and we'll make the groups like this, a group of 4. In the third group, I am falling short of 3 zeros, so let's put it. Now the first group is 0010, which will give you 2. 0100 will also 1010 will give you A, and 4 times 0 will give you 0. Any 0 after the decimal does not have any value, so 1A 9.2a is the correct answer. Next question. The octal equivalent of the decimal number 417 is, see, if you are asked to convert any system which is in decimal number system into any other system having any of the base, then what you have to do, you have to divide the decimal number system by the base of the number system that has been asked. That means if you are asked to convert this decimal number system into octal number system which is having base 8, so divided by base 8. So 8 5s are 40, 1, 7, 8 2s are 16, 1 is the remainder. 8 6 are 48, 4 is the remainder. Now 6 cannot be further divided, it is lesser than 8, so it will be 0 here and 6 will be the remainder. You have to keep dividing until and unless you get 0 at this place. Now you have to move from bottom to top and your answer is 641. So if you would have been even asked to convert the decimal number system into any number system, so base will be given to you, you can divide that decimal number system by that particular base. Next question is, the given hexadecimal number 1e.53 is equivalent to, so this time you have been asked to convert hexadecimal to octal. In the previous slide you converted octal to hexadecimal, and I told you that octal to hexadecimal conversions will be taking place in 2 steps. So first of all, let's convert this hexadecimal to binary, and that binary will be converted to octal. So as it is hexadecimal number system, by using 8421 code we will represent each digit. So this will be 0001, E will be 14, so it will be 1110, 5 will be 0101 and 3 will be 0011. So this is the complete number system in binary. Now let's convert it into octal. We will make group of 3 this time because octal uses 421 code. For the part that is before the decimal, we will move from right to left, and for the part that is after the decimal, we will move from left to right. Okay, so let's represent each group by the digit. 421 will make this 6, 421 code will make this 3, this will be 0, 421 code will make this 2, 421 code will make this group as 4, and 110 6. So 36.246 is the correct option, and hence B is the correct answer. Next is octal to binary conversion. That means you are given a octal number system that is 24 and you are asked to convert it into binary. Again, by using the code 421, let's represent each digit. So if we want to represent 2, I'll place 1 only below 2. If I want to represent 4, I will place 1 below 4 and it will be 0. So therefore it is 010 100, and by combining this you will get 010 100. So the correct option is B. Okay. Next, which of the following is the correct representation of a binary number? As you can see, we have to pay attention to the base. So in option B and C, we think that the base is not correctly written. Okay, so we are left with option A and D. In the A, it's 1 to 4. See, if you are having binary if you are asked to see the binary number system, binary is having base 2, and a base 2 number system can, if any number system is having a base of x, then it can represent the digit from 0 to x minus 1. Like if you are asked in octal number system how many digits you can represent, then you can represent 8 digits, but you can represent them from 0 to 7. That is 8 minus 1, 7. So in the binary also, you, by the same method, for the binary you can represent only 0 to 1. That means you, in this number system, you can represent the sequence either in the form of 0 or 1. Only 2 digits you can represent. But in the option A, 1, 2, 4 is given, which is not possible for the binary case. So the correct option is D. Next question. For some base R, the digits which are allowed in this representation are, so the number of digits that you can represent for the base R are R digits. That means if you are given a number system which is having base R, then the total digits that you can represent, the total digits that can be represented, that is R, but you can represent from 0 to R minus 1. Okay. So the correct option is B, that is digits from 0 to R minus 1. Next question. A number greater than 32 would require a minimum of how many bits in binary representation? See, 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 1, just follow this method. So what will it give you? 2 raised to the power 0 is 1, this is 2, this is 4, this is 8 and this is 16. If you will add both all of these, you will get 32. Yes, you will get 31. 16 plus 8, that is 24, 28, 30 and 31. So if you any number, so you can represent here till 31. If you want to represent any number which is greater than 32 and you are asked the minimum number of bits, so you have to put 2 raised to the power 5, that is 32 here. And now you can represent in the binary form a number greater than 32. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A minimum of 6 bits are required to represent a number that is greater than 32. So always use this method. So the option is B. Next question is, which of the number is not allowed in octal representation of a number? First of all, understand this thing that if any number system is octal, then you can represent 0 to 7 over there. That means you can represent 0, you can represent 4, but you cannot represent 8 in that system. So therefore, it is option is 8, because you can only represent from 0 to 7. Now, 894 is in decimal number system as the base is 10 and you are asked to convert it into a number system having a base 5. So what I have told you, the method is, if you are asked to convert the decimal number system into any of the base, then you just divide this number system by 5. I mean, divide the decimal number system by the base of that number system that has been given to you in the question. So it will be 5 ones are 5, 3 9, 5 sevens are 35, 4, that is 8s are 40 and you are left with the remainder 4. 5 3s are 15, 2 remainder 28, 5 5s are 35, 5 5s are 25, 3. Then 5 7s are 35 and 0. Then 5 1s are 5, 2. Now 1 cannot be divided, it is lesser than this. So it is 0 and 1. Now you will take from bottom to top and it will be 1 2 0 3 4. 1 2 0 3 4. I think the options are mistakenly given. So the first option would have been 1 2 0 3 4. So 1 2 0 3 4 is the correct option and hence A is the correct answer. Yes, it's 1 2 0 3 4. It was mistakenly written over there. Next question. According to Boolean law, A plus 1. See, we have certain formulas in Boolean algebra. We need to know all those formulas and one of them is 1 plus A or A plus 1. So it will be equal to 1 because A can be either 0 or 1 in the digital electronics. So 1 plus 1 will also give you 1 and 0 plus 1 will also give you 1. So 1 plus A is always 1. Next question. In Boolean algebra, the OR operation is performed by which properties? That means the OR operation follows which properties? Associative, commutative, distributive or all of the above? First of all, let me tell you what is associative property. associative property is a plus b plus c, that is same as a plus b in the bracket plus c. This is associative property, and yes, it is true in the Boolean algebra. Commutative property is a plus b is equals to b plus a, or a dot b is equal to b dot a. That is also true. And distributive property is, like you are given this type, so you can open the bracket ab plus ac. That is also true for the OR operation, or you can say for any operation in Boolean algebra. So basically the OR operation follows all the three properties, that is all of the mentioned. So the correct option is D. Next question is, De Morgan's theorem states that, so what is De Morgan theorem? If you get an expression like this and you get a complete bar, so you can separate each variable by putting individual bars, and the plus sign will be converted into dot. Or if you are given or you come across such type of expression, you can again separate them with individual bars, but the dot sign will change into plus. So that is De Morgan theorem. Let us see which one is that. So AB complete bar is equal to A bar plus B bar. A seems to be the correct option. B is not the correct option because there should be B bar, but it is only B. A bar plus B bar does not follow De Morgan. AB whole bar is equal to A bar plus B. No, that's also not true. So the correct option is A. Next question. The Boolean function A plus BC is a reduced form of. See, in the Boolean algebra, one of the formulas that is taught to you is, you can always open it like this. That means if A plus BC comes, you come across such type of expression, you can always open it A plus B into A plus C. So when you will open these brackets, you will get a term A dot A, that is equal to A. Okay, so the whole expression will be, A plus BC is the reduced form of A plus B into A plus C. So that's it. B is the correct answer. Next question. What are the canonical forms of Boolean expressions? Canonical forms means that is the sum of product and product of sum. Let me show you by an example. Sum of product means you have certain terms, you have these three terms, and all are being summed. So as you can see that each term is a product of two variables. So it is sum of products. And product of sum means product sum, first term, second term, which is also a sum of two variables, third term, which is also a sum of two variables, and you just do the product of these three terms. So it is A plus B dot B plus C dot C plus D. So SOAP and POS, that are the canonical forms of Boolean algebra, sum of product and product of sums. Next question, which of the following are the universal gates? OR and NOR, and NAND and NOR, not. I think that you must have guessed the answer, and the correct answer is NAND and NOR. Why are they called universal gates? Because you can realize any expression by the individual use of only and only NAND gate either, or by the only use of NOR gate either. So these are called universal gates. Next question, the Boolean expression is given to you and you are asked an equivalent of that. So let's start solving this Boolean expression. This is the expression given to you. Let us take B common first of all. So you will be left with 1 plus A inside plus AB bar. 1 plus A is 1 in Boolean algebra. So it is B plus AB bar. And as I told you that A plus BC could be opened by A plus B and A plus C. Similarly, it can be opened like this. So B plus B bar will become 1 and you will be left with A plus B or B plus A. So the correct option is A. Yes. Next question, the complement form of. So you are given this expression and you are asked to calculate the complement form of this. That means the complement of the complete expression. Apply the De Morgan theorem. Separate every term by individual bars. So first of all, I separated A, I separated B plus C, I separated C bar plus D bar. And I converted the sign from product to sums. Okay. Now I'll again apply the De Morgan. It will become this and it will become this, because C complement to the complement will become C. So it will be CD. So it will be A bar plus B bar C bar plus CD. Okay. I think D is the correct option. So let us see. Yes, D is the correct option. What is the Boolean expression A? Is this the sign of plus? No. This is the sign of XOR gate. And the expression for the XOR gate is A bar B plus AB bar. And the shortcut which I have told to write the truth table for XOR gate, you might be asked in the MCQs, that if both the inputs, that is A and B, are same, then you will get an output 0. If both the inputs are different, then you will get output 1. So for the time being, as per the given question, the correct option is B, that is A bar B plus AB bar. Next question, the Boolean expression y is equal to AB plus A plus B into A bar plus B is simplified to, you can apply the Boolean laws over here. So let's solve it. This is the expression given. Let's multiply or open the brackets first of all. A bar, AB, A bar B and plus B dot B. A dot A bar will become 0, so it will be AB plus AB. You can write only one AB, because A plus A is equal to A. A bar B plus B, because B dot B is also B. Now you can take B common and you will be left with 1 plus A bar. 1 plus anything is equal to 1, so this is going to be only B. So C is the correct option. So these were the questions that were based on Boolean algebra, logic gates and the number conversion systems. For more understanding and clarity, I have given the links of the videos in the description box, where I have explained the methods of number conversions, how to convert one number system into another. And I have also explained the fundamentals of logic gates and the Boolean laws over there, from which you can see all the Boolean laws at once and you can apply them to the questions. So I hope that this video might be useful to you. Thank you all.